Hi guys, good to see you today and welcome to our resting place. And of course we have the wonderful Anna.
Hi.
It's really good to see you today.
It's good to be here with you.
It's been a crazy few months, right?
It certainly has. Yeah, it's not over yet.
Lockdown.
Lockdown, feeling a little bit more enlightened.
Yeah. Guys, before we begin, maybe you could let us know how you're getting on in the comment section down below, how lockdown is treating you. What have you learnt about yourself during lockdown? And if this video brings you any value, any calm, rest, relaxation, please consider hitting the like button, subscription button and the notification bell. So how about we kick off today's video with a quote I sent you.
Okay. So the quote is, "Success is something you attract by the person you become."
And who's that by?
It's by Rohn. It's a good one.
That's a very good one. So I'm going to ask you, how would you interpret that?
Yeah, so having the attributes that you wish to find in someone else. If you don't have them, then work on gaining those, I suppose.
Yeah. And also, like, it's like who's within your circle as well, I guess, you know, when it comes to attraction and success, you know.
I mean, it's easier to be around like-minded people. So.
Yeah, definitely. And often I think, just going off on a tangent really, but progress is, and momentum is shaped by movement and moving in the direction.
This is true.
But, you know, what happens when something stands still? There's no progress made. So there's quite an attractive prospect to see someone progressing, becoming successful in their passions.
Absolutely. So that sort of drive attracts other people with drive.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like attracts like, I guess. How do you measure success?
Personally, I want to be able to earn a living from my passions. That's how I measure success. If I can be happy and do the thing that I love doing and have my loved ones seeing me live the way I want to live.
That's awesome. That is so awesome, and such a balanced like approach to success. Yeah.
Can you tell me what your idea of success is?
Oh, my loved ones and my friends and family succeeding at what their passions are. That to me is the biggest one.
What about you being successful?
I think a successful day is not a wasted day. So if you take some time out of your day to dedicate to your passion, then it's not a wasted day. If you're able to steal a little bit of that time in the day for what motivates you, your heart, your mind, your body, your soul,
So rather than looking at success overall, just taking each day as it comes and finding success in that.
Yeah, I definitely think it's important to have a long-term goal, or ideals, values and virtues, and that your what you're trying to achieve is in line with the goals, long-term, short-term, the ideals that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But I guess with lockdown, etc., and the recent pandemic, it's made life seem like a day-by-day thing, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, I think, anxiety is something that comes from looking to the future, isn't it? So, taking each moment as it comes is super, super important. I'm just going to take my hood off so you all can see my hair.
It's magical.
I'm really hot, actually. Excuse me. Yeah, just that's been something I've been focusing on a lot recently, is just positive self-talk and finding success within the little things, day to day. Because I don't know about you, but I feel when I look at particularly lockdown as a whole, it gets very overwhelming.
So true.
If you try and process everything all at once, or try and think about everything that is happening in the world, it can be overwhelming. So breaking it down, celebrating small success, even if it's just cooking yourself a meal, having a bath,
attending to the rabbits.
Gosh. They're pros of lockdown.
Yeah.
Not that they're particularly in a small space or anything. They are free to roam and eat everything.
This image of a rabbit just pacing back and forth with prison outfit on, just prison tattoos. One day I'm gonna be out of this joint.
God. Wow, that was a huge digression, but I kind of like it. So the small successes. Because particularly if I've not slept well the night before and I'm tired and overwhelmed and thinking about all the things that I haven't done in that day, or that I could do, I am trying to spin it.
Yeah.
All the things that I have done.
Spin it.
Turn it on its head. And rejoice in all the good things that I've done, even if it's just reading a few pages of a book, because I don't know about you, but I was so busy before lockdown that I did not have a minute to stop. So I'm sure there'll be a time when we're all so hectic that the idea of lockdown will be, kind of wonderful.
Well, certain aspects of having time, a little bit of time.
Certain aspects, absolutely.
Have you become a pro baker?
I was a pro baker before.
Oh, is that right? Is it?
Yeah, but my oven is so bad right now. I have a bad oven. I'd like a good oven. I need someone to help me out and buy me a good oven.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
No pressure.
Start a GoFundMe campaign.
GoFundMe me to buy me an oven. I can bake for everyone then. I love baking so much. That would be a success right now. So I have to allow for any...
pastry, by the way, right?
Pastry, made some pastries. That was a success.
Good.
I made my own jam. Made them into pastry jam. Jam pastry. Do you like to bake?
Yeah, years ago, I used to teach.
That's right, you used to teach baking.
Baking in Cornwall.
So you're actually a pro baker?
Not anymore. These days I just whisper at people and softly speak to them and stipple their faces. And shave my cranium.
It's a good cranium.
It's alright.
It's good.
It's got its uses. Yeah,
Please all leave a comment about James' cranium.
press F in the chat.
Yeah. I'd like to know if you guys have had any successful lockdown recipes as well, actually. I don't know if you're interested in that, but I like reading about recipes and what people are cooking. That's kind of fun.
Yeah. Do you know my favourite baked food has got to be cookies. Okay, so we covered baking. Going off on a bit of a tangent, but that's cool. I quite like that though as well.
I think we can bring it back to the quote though, because if you're a successful baker, then you will attract another successful baker or eater, consumer.
I disagree. I think your general outlook and your general vibe is what attracts another person to you.
I guess. Confidence, but then there's also the whole opposites attract.
It's true. Polarity.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's pretty big as well.
Polarity is massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like the connection between two people. Opposites and similarities. I guess you have to judge each case on its merit and how much work a person is willing to put into that bond, and how much what level of commitment they're willing to put in to bolster the intimacy of a relationship.
Of a healthy relationship, because obviously you've got the unhealthy relationships as well. I felt like I was successful for a very long time, but I went through a good period of dating, not successful in any way partners. The opposite of successful and kind and mean, so I guess, with a successful relationship, that's no longer, but it's worth mentioning, I think.
So what have you got planned for the next further 3 weeks of lockdown?
There's a lot of oil in my kitchen.
Are you some sort of oil person? Do you take your...
There's an awful lot of oil in my kitchen, so I'm going to be vegan baking all the way.
You're going to be baking vegans?
Baking vegans. Baking vegans.
Faking?
Faking. No faking, just bacon. So I'm going to be vegan baking sponges. I'm going to see how many different variations of the sponge I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be drawing quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly hanging out with my kids.
Well, Jefferson and Wendigo, your rabbits.
Absolutely, they are my babies, even though they chew everything in sight. I've got an old pair of shoes for them, so I might document the destruction of my shoes.
I'll get the mics up right close and we can get the nails.
That would be cool, actually, if we put it all in a nice big cardboard box so they feel all secure. Give them my shoes. I also want to read a few books. Yeah, I love them so much. So what about you? What do you have planned?
When I'm not performing my key worker duties, I am going to continue chewing your ear off and talking at you in these rambles. The next one will be Tuesday, and I'm going to maybe do a little bit of music. That'd be kind of cool as well. I don't know, maybe become a little bit more prepared for the next video, because I've been uploading a lot of trigger sound videos for a while now because of the lockdown situation, but it's good to get back to doing this and doing it with you as well. So
it's nice to have a chat.
Yeah, it feels good to talk, you know, and I actively want to encourage you to engage in the comment section down below as well, to let us know how you're getting on, how your day's going. How are you coping with the hour of exercise? How are you coping with getting to the shops? How are you coping with being under certain amounts of restrictions wherever you are in the world? How have the restrictions affected you? I'd be really interested and highly motivated to hear further from you, you know, because it's a worldwide thing that's affected so many as well. I think we're in the millions by now, right? We must be. So yeah, I'd be really curious to hear a bit more from you, really.
Yeah, me too.
I guess
maybe we could do a video about pets, because obviously pets have been playing a very large part in the people's well-being at the moment.
How so? Do you mind elaborating a little bit?
So I have had an awful lot more time to spend with my babies, Jefferson and Wendigo, my rabbits, and I've noticed their behaviour changing for the better with all the time that I've been spending with them, and I've really valued that interaction, and just watching them grow. So it's just kind of wondering if other people are seeing the same thing with their pets, because I mean obviously I'm sure an awful lot of dogs are very happy to have their owners at home all day. I just want to hear pet stories. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, please send in your pet stories to the comments down below as well.
I'd like that.
Okay, don't want to ramble on too much longer. I just wanted to check in with you today, say hey. I know it's not an hour long or an 8 hour long trigger video, but it's cool to check in, see what's up and whatnot.
Thanks for having me as well. It's really good to be on this channel again.
Sometimes it can be quite a chore and it can be quite difficult to engage when you're doing it alone, unless you've got a lot to speak about. And I do a lot of journaling as well, so I don't necessarily have so much to say outwardly to the camera and to the fine folks watching this. So it's good to have you to engage in the conversation with, you know, someone who I respect and value. So.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well,
it's such a pleasure.
So yeah, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Anna, thank you so much for being like the best.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you're all well, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good practice as well, isn't it? Talking out loud, talking to people, practicing talking to people. Talking to people, not just to the rabbits. So I'll stop. You carry on.
I think we should totally get the rabbits out for the next video.
I'm gonna do what's happening.
So yeah, so the next video after this should be Tuesday night. We'll get that uploaded. This one will be Sunday. So I'm aiming at like Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 3 uploads a week sort of thing. Because Friday and Saturday, people are obviously going out and having a nice time. It's a joke.
It's a funny joke.
Yeah. What can I say? I'm a funny man. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video.